sparks going off of it to make it look very cartoony, like the water is dripping down off of the top. And now I'm ready to start working on this structure. To put together a floating cake, you can use a structure of dowels and boards that screw into each other and basically invert like a chandelier.
Right. So the trick of this is that they need to be able to construct this stably enough to where it can hang from the rigging.
It is nerve-wracking, you know, if I don't twist one of the screws right and kind of build it correctly, then I could end up with a cake on the floor.
It's not easy.
You know, it's not easy being Liberace.
Oh, I was gonna say having an entire goat on your head, but yeah, sequins. Yeah, that's rough too.
To stack my cake, I am going to... Welcome back to my channel, y'all. My name is Ray, and I look a hot ass mess right now. Let me wipe off my camera first, y'all. That looks a little better. Anyways, welcome to my motherfucking van. This is Misty, the Mystic Machine, and I am a hybrid van lifer, y'all. That means I actually have an apartment right now. I'm actually on Section 8. Mickey, hey, I need you to get out the door aggressively. We've talked about you being in jail, about going at the door. So anyways, yes, I have an apartment. I have a Section 8 apartment, and I use my van to escape whenever I'm dealing with some fuck shit with my apartments, because I'm on Section 8 right now, and I've got some things in the works for what's coming up in my future. I'm medically retired. I just turned 52 2 weeks ago. Yay me. And so I have autism. Now, I don't like saying I have autism, y'all. Autism is something we are born with. It's not something to have. It's just a different neurotype. It is a form of neurodivergence. So yes, this new buzzword everywhere, people are saying neurodivergent. I'm a neurodivergent. Yes, I am a form of neurodivergent. A lot of people are forms of neurodivergent. If you have anxiety, PTSD, CPTSD, panic attacks, brain injury of any kind, if you have a personality disorder, or if you have dyslexia, ADHD, a learning disability, an intellectual disability, welcome to the world of neurodivergence. You're a part of us. Anyways, y'all. So I'm gonna make this really quick. I am currently van lifing, self-camping during the summer, waiting for my move out to come in my apartment. As I was saying, I am autistic. I have autism. I'm an adult living with an autistic brain, or with an autism brain. And with that comes traits and symptoms such as eloping, wanting to elope. So whenever my environment is bad, I usually need to elope, or when I'm feeling anxious, or when I'm having issues with my emotional regulation, I get the feeling of elopement. I've got it my whole life. I just was undiagnosed until I was 46. So I eloped to my van. This is a way that I can be away from my Section 8 apartment that is, you know, that I'm having issues with at the time, but still, you know, have my apartment and not like leave my apartment and move out. I truly believe if I didn't have another option, the way my elopement happens anyway, I still would fucking go, if that meant leaving with no van to live in, because elopement comes pretty thick for me. So anyways, what I wanted to make this video about is, speaking of disabilities, I am on Social Security disability, and I receive SDI and SSI because I worked for a certain amount of time, lots of years, paying into the system. I was a self-employed daycare owner and a foster care provider. I was a foster mom and I had a license, and I paid my taxes every year, which makes me eligible to pull from my Social Security ever since I had to medically retire. So I wanted to help people out. I utilize my benefits. I advocate, and a bitch like me will never be ashamed to say I get food stamps. I get the county type of medical insurance. I get Medicare because I'm on SSI and SDI, and I get SSI and SDI for my disabilities. And why would I apologize? If you can't be a total independent liver, and if you don't have a fully able ability to work, you are privileged or privy to programs that help you. I grew up in foster care. I know how to utilize the programs that are here to help us. So I'm about to help you guys today. I talk to a lot of people all the time who struggle with how to get the Social Security benefits, how they get their benefits. And listen, y'all, I'm gonna just be fucking honest. I hired a lawyer. Hire a lawyer, because if you qualify, if you know that you will qualify for Social Security benefits, if you are really sure that you have a disability, and there are things that qualify you for SSI disabilities, autism, straight qualification, ADHD, but it has to be impairable enough to mean that you cannot work a job, anxiety, panic disorders, asthma, arthritis, cancer, glaucoma, hearing issues, asthma, any of those issues as an adult. If you're living with those issues after the age of 18, you qualify for Social Security benefits, right? I wonder if that's my camera, and I've been looking over here the whole time. Let me see. I don't really know where to look, y'all, so we just gonna deal with it. I'm just gonna deal with it. How about that? Like I was saying, if you have any of those ailments, you qualify for Social Security disability. So the way that I did it, I had fought for 11 years for my daughter's Social Security benefits from the time she was diagnosed at, I believe, like 3, until I finally won her benefits at 18, y'all. I think I filed for my daughter 6 separate times, and it wasn't until I hired a lawyer that I won for my daughter. And through that experience, later on, shortly after, I applied for my own benefits and I won myself. So if you are struggling to fill out all those long, extensive papers and the medical workup they want you to have and all the proof and stuff, if you are struggling to do that on your own, hire a Social Security lawyer. They're easy to find. You can Google one in your area, and what they do is they get paid once you win your case. Now, here's the thing. It's actually better to do, because without a Social Security lawyer, you don't get Social Security benefits. But while you're waiting for an answer or for an approval, while you have a Social Security lawyer, every month you wait is considered a month that they will back pay you. So if you're waiting for Social Security to get the answer, to get your approval for 6 months, but you have a Social Security lawyer who is fighting for you, he's filling out those paperwork for you, as soon as you get your pay in 6 months, they will take their amount, but it's only 33%. The government caps a Social Security lawyer at how much they can take. So if you qualify for $700 a month, and usually it's more than that, but let's do light math. We discussed, I'm actually ADHD. I have autism and ADHD, so I'm not the kind that's good with math, even though I am a nerd and a science nerd and a psychology nerd, a forensic psychology nerd. So let's do some quick math calculations. 7 months at, say 7 months you're waiting, $4,900, 33%. Half of 49, say 49 was really 5,000. 5K, half of 5K is 25. So we'll say about 24% is half of, $2,400 is half of $4,900, right? That's half. The lawyer only gets 33%. So we're going to break that down a little bit more. And so instead of about $2,500, your lawyers are going to take about $2,000, anywhere from $1,800 to $2,000 off of the $4,900 that you're going to get in back pay. And then you're going to continue to get your monthly benefits after that. So it's a win-win situation. You don't have to pay up front. They take the money straight from the money you're getting from Social Security when you win your case. and you get your benefits after that ongoing. It's definitely something that I would do over and over again. Hire, whether you're there or whether my camera is there, hire that lawyer. And that's how you will get your Social Security benefits. I don't suggest anybody fight on their own. I fought for all of those years. And it took me to finally hire a lawyer to win my daughter's SSI benefits. Cleaning my camera again, y'all. I guess it is over here. So it took me all of those years fighting for myself to finally get it. And it was only when I hired a lawyer that I was awarded those benefits. So I would suggest anybody, if you are struggling to get your benefits and you are ADHD or an autism adult, hire a lawyer. And you don't have to pay out of your pocket. You pay when you get paid. And I hope this helps you guys. I love you. Be blessed. Walk that bullshit. Holistic health, mind, body, and soul. Take care of your beauty and your booty. And that means advocating for your disabilities, helping yourself be able to provide better for yourself, providing a stable home with Social Security benefits, or maybe helping you pay your bills or whatever, or buying food. So that's taking care of your body, your booty, holistic health. Take care of yourself. Advocate for your disabilities. Fight for it. Hire a lawyer. These are not supposed to be down here. And since I'm in a holding pattern waiting to leave right now and I really don't have anything else to do, I decided maybe I'll drop a couple of help videos. I could also drop a spiritual reading, a collective reading. I've been getting some downloads lately, so maybe I'll drop a download video. I don't know. We'll see how that shit goes. I love y'all. Block that bullshit and bye.